Hello besties, today we are doing a big and small pickle tumbler tutorial. But before then, let me welcome you to our YouTube channel. Make sure to follow us under all the social medias under Misfit Makers and click that subscribe button so you'll be notified of any new content. Check out our website and our Patreon as well. Okay, so we are kind of do a little duo here. I cut out these decals so I can better estimate where everything's going to go. One of these I did in our Patreon and one of them I did for my tutorial here. But they're both about the same process, but so I'm going to be going back and forth from one to another, so just so you guys know and you're not missing anything. So here I cut my decal out of just regular schmegular vinyl that I had. It's not going to go on the cup. This is just so I can kind of visualize where all my texture is going to go. It'll make sense to you, and honestly you can skip this step if you want, but I just wanted to make sure that I didn't put my hot glue dots and my UV in the wrong spots, if that makes sense. So anyway, so here I have the decal. It doesn't even need to go that straight, or if it has wrinkles, it doesn't matter. Literally, it's just for measurement purposes. Plus, it's so cute. Anyway, so here I am using a hot glue gun, your run-of-the-mill hobby hot glue gun. Be careful because it still gets really hot. If you're using one of those professional hot glue guns, then especially be careful because you will burn the tips of your finger. So here I am doing tiny little dots. It doesn't matter what color your hot glue is. Mine was, I think, was like gold sparkles. I think I got it at the Dollar Tree. No, it doesn't really matter. We're going to paint over it. So here what I'm doing is making little dots and then smushing them. You want to let it cool a little bit so your finger does not burn, or you could always dip your finger in a little bit of water, and that way it doesn't burn your finger. But you kind of want to get it before it completely cools down, or else you won't be able to smush it. So here I'm just creating, that little dots textures in a pickle. So I did this one, and I'm also going to do the little one. I do not remember which one I did on live. I believe the little one was live. So next I am going to have my UV light ready and some CCDIY UV resin, and I'm going to make those little squiggly lines, very thin, just enough to give it a texture. You know how pickles have those little bumpies, and they're little, I don't even know what they're called, but they have little bumps and little waves and little veins. I don't even know. But if you're a pickle fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. So here I am doing little squigglies and then curing. Squigglies, curing. Do not put too much in your cup, or it will ooze or stream down your cup, and you don't want that. You just want a little bit. And so I'm just making a little itty bitty line so it doesn't swirl around my cup, if that makes sense. UV is pretty thick, so it's not going to do it right away, but if you do, you could always peel it off. Okay, speaking of peeling off, I'm peeling off my decal. I told you I just used it as a measurement tool. I really could have just marked it, but I'm doing extra. I kind of wanted you guys to see, just to have an idea, but this was not necessary. Anyway, so I'm using some greens from Pop of Color. I got 3 different ones. I think I ended up not using much of the other one, but I'm just kind of mixing my colors here to get that perfect texture. I was just kind of showing you guys how this one sparkles. This is one of Lindsay Hoag's sparkle paints from CCDIY, and I love it. I know it's hard to see, but I'm telling you, this thing sparkles. You don't even need to add glitter additive or anything. So as you see, that one's my favorite. I basically cover it all up. You need to make sure to get around your little textured sections right there, right on the creases, so none of the silver shows through. Don't worry about the texture or the brush strokes that you're creating. It kind of gives it, oh, see, you saw. It kind of gives it some more texture, like the brush strokes. And as you see here, I went ahead and dried my first coat of Pop of Color, and then my second coat, I'm alternating those two greens. I know one is the sparkle one and the other one I believe is like an army green. I didn't really use much of that lighter green. See how I said no? It didn't work. See, I actually didn't use it at all. It was just too pastel-y, it just didn't work. It looked blue compared to the other greens. So like I show here, I just kind of alternate and get that color I like. You might want to add a little bit of brown if you want. Just kind of play around until you see what you like. So the next step is waiting for it to dry. What happened here? I missed a step. No, I didn't. You want to wait for it to dry, and then you want to epoxy it. The reason I skipped to the finished one is because that's the one I made on live. I put my decal on the one on live. So anyway, here the same process. I'm sorry if I confused everybody. I kind of confused myself. I was like, what the heck? So you wait for the paint to dry, and then you would give it one good coat of fast set epoxy. After it dries, as you see here, then we apply our decal. Okay. We're all on the same page. I apologize for the confusion here. But anyway, I wanted you guys to see like the finished product of the other one. I didn't want to miss it. But anyway, here's this tiny little decal I made myself. It says Small Deal Energy because it's the tiny one. But after you push your decals, then you want to epoxy it at least one more time until your decals are smooth. But look how cute it is. It's a simple cup that you can whip out in one day, but it's still super adorable. Look at that. So cute. I love the tiny one as well. Small Deal Energy. I made the decal simple. I just made sure that it had a little pop there, but oh my goodness, I hope you love this tutorial. It's super simple, super sweet, super short. I can't wait to see what you do with this technique, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video and see you guys next time.